Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you. We'll start in just a second. I am going to ask that if you have your video on, I'm going to ask that because we've had some bandwidth problems in the past that unless you're testifying or a member of the commission, that you turn it off until such time as you're testifying.
This is Commissioner Holzman. Can anybody hear me?
I can, Commissioner Holzman. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to wait just a second longer. I believe I'm waiting on one other commissioner.
Commissioner Roop is here.
Thank you, Commissioner Roop. Okay, it is 12:31. Why don't we go ahead and go on the record at this time? Good afternoon. You just finished the question and answer portion of the local public hearing, and hopefully you were able to get some of your questions answered. Now it's time for the formal part of the hearing where the public gets to offer comments to the commission for their consideration. Now, I'm going to ask that if I asked before that if you have your video on, that you turn it off unless you're testifying. I'm going to ask that you do the same thing in regard to your sound and that you mute yourself unless you're speaking. That'll cut down on the noise levels and prevent any kind of audio feedback. Today is November 15th, 2021, and the current time is 12:32 p.m. The Missouri Public Service Commission has set aside this time today for a local public hearing in case number ER-2021-0312, which is a general rate case captioned as in the matter of the request of the Empire District Electric Company doing business as Liberty for authority to file tariffs increasing rates for electric service provided to customers in its Missouri service territories. Now, the commission has scheduled this local public hearing to give members of the public an opportunity to comment about Liberty's application to adjust its rates. The Missouri Public Service Commission regulates the rates charged by investor-owned public utility companies in Missouri to ensure that those rates are just and fair, or just and reasonable is actually the statutory language. The commission also regulates the quality of service and the safety of operations of public utilities. The commission is made up of 5 commissioners. The commissioners are appointed by the governor to a fixed term and confirmed by the Senate. The commissioners are Chairman Ryan Silvey, and the commissioners are Scott Roop, Maida Coleman, Jason Holzman, and Glenn Kolkmeyer. The commissioners employ a staff of engineers, accountants, attorneys, and financial analysts, and other specialists in the field of utility regulation. My name is John Clark. I'm the regulatory law judge, and I'll preside over this local public hearing today. I believe with me today are Chairman Ryan Silvey, Commissioners Jason Holzman, and Commissioner Scott Roop. This is an official hearing of the Missouri Public Service Commission, and the statements and testimony of the public witnesses will be recorded by the court reporter and must be given under oath or affirmation. All of the commissioners will have an opportunity to read all the witnesses' remarks. The commissioners value your input and your comments. And at this time, I'll ask, would any of the commissioners like to make any welcoming comments?
Judge, if the chairman is not going to go, I would just like to welcome everybody and thank them for their testimony today. It does make a difference, and we do appreciate them coming before us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Commissioner Holzman. Now I'm going to begin this part of the public hearing by asking council to enter their appearances for the record. starting with the Empire District Electric Company doing business as Liberty.
Hi, this is Diana Carter with the Empire District Electric Company.
Thank you, Ms. Carter. And for the commission staff,
For commission staff, I'm Casey Aslin, and my address is 200 Madison Street, Jefferson City, Missouri, 65102.
thank you, Ms. Aslin. And for the Office of the Public Counsel,
Nathan Williams, P.O. Box 2230, Jefferson City, Missouri 65102.
thank you, Mr. Williams. Now, there are a number of people that intervened in this case. Are there any interveners counsel present today? Okay, I hear no one. To give you a brief overview of how this local public hearing is going to go, I'll call on the people who have pre-registered to offer comments first. It looks like at this time we have 2 people who have pre-signed up to offer comments to the commission. After that, I'll allow an opportunity for others who would like to offer comments to the commission. Now, when I call your name, please go ahead and unmute, which, if you're attending by phone and not video via WebEx, you'll want to do by pressing *6 on your phone. At that time, I'll ask you to swear or affirm to tell the truth, and I'll ask you to state and spell your name for the record since we have a court reporter taking down everything that is said. And then I'll give you an opportunity to offer your comments to the commission. Now, because it appears there are a number of people here today so that everybody gets a chance to offer a comment that wants to, I'm going to ask that people try and limit their remarks to no more than 5 minutes. And also, after you've offered your comments to the commission, please stay available for just a minute or two in case they request follow-up questions from either the commission or myself. Now, the commissioners are not going to be able to answer any of your questions today. The question and answer portion prior to this was for you to ask questions of the company, of the commission staff, and of the Office of the Public Counsel. The commissioners are not going to be able to answer any of your questions because they have to remain partial and impartial until after all the evidence is presented at the evidentiary hearing. And the commission has not made any decisions in this case. The commission is interested in your comments and will use them in conjunction with the evidence that the parties present to help make their decision. If you have questions after the hearing, you can use the same email address you used to register for this hearing. At this time, I'm going to go ahead and start with the list of witnesses that I have who have pre-registered to testify. I think I will be fine with most of the names, but if I do incorrectly pronounce your name, please let me know. And I will start with Sharon Singleton. Is Sharon Singleton here today? And if you're attending by phone, don't forget you have to press *6 to unmute. Sharon Singleton? Okay, I'll come back.
Yes, this is Sharon Singleton.
Good afternoon, Ms. Singleton. Can you speak up just a touch?
Yes, I'll try to.
Thank you.
The one thing, go ahead.
Before you offer your comments to the commission, I'm going to swear you in, and I'm going to ask you to state and spell your name for the record, okay? Would you
Okay.
raise your right hand to be sworn? Do you solemnly
Yes.
swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth?
Yes,
Thank you, Ms. Singleton. And would you state and spell your name for the record?
Sharon Singleton, SharonSingleton.
And Ms. Singleton, what comments would you like to offer the commission today?
Well, one thing that I wanted to speak about is when Liberty took over in my hometown, everybody's rates went up extremely. And a lot of people called, and there was nothing done about it. My rate went up twice as much, and I called, and they said that what I was charged is what I used. But like 4 months later, the rate went down to what I used to pay in the beginning. So I just think that's the reason people are kind of upset with the rate increase. Because no one ever got any information on why the increase happened. And there was many people here in Aurora that had a very high increase in their bill for several months. And where did that money go to?
Okay, and as I said, the commission can't answer your questions today. I will say that there are no rate increases that are made among investor-owned utilities without the permission of the Missouri Public Service Commission. Now, there are, and you will see them on your bill, there are some seasonal adjustments for such things as the cost of fuel. I don't know if that's why your bill fluctuated up and down, but that is a possibility. If you want to know more about that, I would suggest contacting the company's customer service or contacting the PSC Consumer Services. And just to put the number out that right now, it's 1-800-392-4211. And that's the PSC Consumer Services number. Are those all the comments you wish to offer today, Ms. Singleton?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much for your comments. The next name I had, and I should say at this point, I have no questions. Are there any questions from the commission? Hearing none, Ms. Singleton, I'll go ahead and excuse you. The next name I have on my list is Linda DeGarmo. Is there a Linda DeGarmo there? And I also see in the chat that Liberty's Counsel put in the chat what I'm assuming is the Empire Liberty customer service number, and I'll say that once out loud. It's 1-833-408-2712, and if anybody would like me to repeat that at the end of the hearing, I'll be more than happy to do so. Okay, Linda DeGarmo, or DeGarmo, had signed up to speak. Is there a Linda DeGarmo? Okay, I will table that for now and come back to her. At this time, since I don't have anybody else who has pre-signed up to offer comments to the commission, I'm going to open it up. And so is there anybody here today who did not pre-sign up to offer comments to the commission, but nonetheless had something that they would like to tell the commission regarding this case? And if you need to unmute yourself to let me know, again, that's *6. And the commission very much values your comments. If you wanted to give a comment, I think this would be a good time to do it. Okay, I'm not hearing any comments at this time. I will ask one more time. Are there any comments that people would like to make? Going once, going twice, going 3 times? Any takers? Okay, thank you. Now, I'd like to thank our participants today, which would be Ms. Singleton. Is Ms. DeGarmo on the in the hearing now? So I'd like to thank Ms. Singleton for her comments for the commission today. If anyone at this time, if anyone does have additional comments they wanted to make, or they realize later that they didn't get to make a comment that they wanted to make, or they have a friend who wanted to be here and couldn't, you can make written comments by contacting the same email address that was used to register for this hearing. And to let you know, that email address is, bear with me just a moment. PCER pscinfo@psc.mo.gov, or by calling 1-800-392-4211. So if you didn't get to make a comment, you can make comments by contacting that email address, by dialing that number, by contacting the Office of the Public Counsel, or going directly to the PSC's webpage. If you go to the PSC's webpage and you go to make comments, be sure and remember to include this case number, which is ER-2021-0312. I don't have any further anything further I need to cover, and I'd like to thank everybody for showing up today to find out about this case. Hopefully, as I said before, you were able to get your questions answered. And at this time, I will adjourn this hearing and we will go off the record. Thank you very much.